Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back at today with another fantasy football video. Today's video, I got you guys the Week 17 running back rankings. Now, before I get into the Week 17 running back rankings, I would like to tell you guys that these are based off of PPR, so if you have any questions about half PPR or standard, please make sure to leave them down below in the comment section. Now, before I get in the video, I'd like to give you guys a word from my friends and my sponsor over at OverlayDFS.com. OverlayDFS.com is my favorite way to play daily fantasy sports. Now, obviously, this channel is based off of fantasy football, but I still play NBA daily fantasy, and if you guys are new to it, you can come and play with me and join me as well there. I play pretty much every single day, and I have won some money on there, so I have gotten a bit better at that. But this week, right now, the best game to play for NFL, and the only game to play for NFL, is this quarterbacks only game. It is an $11 entry, but you're only playing the quarterbacks in this game for week 17. Now, obviously, a lot of strategy is going to be different in this type of game. It's just all about the quarterback. You don't have to worry about the running backs, the wide receivers, or the tight end, and it is very simple to play on this website. All you have to do is make, for the quarterbacks only, make 5 picks plus 3 alternate picks in case someone doesn't play. Someone ends up getting hurt before the game. They end up not getting the go. It is this simple. Pat Mahomes versus Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers versus Jameis Winston, Dak Prescott versus Ryan Tannehill. Who scores more fantasy points? It is that simple. Anyone can do it. So please make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description. Come and play with me this week. There will be a separate video later in the week explaining my picks on the website. And we are back. Please make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description. Let's get right into the video. Week 17 running back rankings. Coming in number 1, we have Run CMC. Christian McCaffrey has been absolutely eviscerating defenses every single week of this fantasy football season. There is no reason to rank Christian McCaffrey anywhere aside from the number 1 running back. This week he gets the New Orleans Saints. The defense, sure, might be pretty good against the run, but I think that Christian McCaffrey easily gets it done. They're going to give him the ball 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking times. It doesn't matter however many times they need, so he can break all tons of records. He may be throwing passes out there because Will Grier looks like a goddamn trash can. I believe Christian McCaffrey will be the number 1 running back on the week. Coming in number 2, we have Ezekiel Elliott, the Wookiee himself, going up against the Washington Redskins in Jerry's world. I believe Ezekiel Elliott puts up a great spot in this game. This Washington Redskins defense looks tired. They look defeated. They look like I could run for 100 yards against them. They are that fucking bad. They just spread like the Red Sea and let Ezekiel Elliott run all over them. I love Ezekiel Elliott this week up against the Washington Redskins. Coming in number 3, we have Aaron Jones going up against the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Last week, Aaron Jones absolutely put up a humongous game up against the Minnesota Vikings. I believe just like last week, Aaron Jones is a huge game. It seems as though Matt LaFleur loves handing the ball off to Aaron Jones. He has said, Jamal Williams, get out of here. My new friend is Aaron Jones. And Aaron Jones will continue to get touches. I love him this week coming in at number 3. Coming in number 4, we have Alvin Kamara, Mr. AK, going up against the Carolina Panthers in Carolina. This is a very juicy matchup. We saw last week this Indianapolis Colts team fuck the shit out of this Carolina Panthers defense. They are terrible. They cannot do anything. And Alvin Kamara has been on fire NBA Jam style. I believe you cannot put out the flame this week up against the Carolina Panthers. I believe that Alvin Kamara puts up a nice game. Coming in number 5, we have Saquon Barkley going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. And last week up against the Washington Redskins, he gave it to them dirty dick style. He fucked them until they died. And Saquon Barkley is going to beat that ass of the Philadelphia Eagles this week. I know what you might be thinking. Nick, you know the Eagles defense is actually really good against the run, so you should be a bit worried for Saquon Barkley. You know that, right, Nick? No, you don't know anything, all right? No, you do know a lot, but you know, the fucking, my voice guy, he doesn't know anything because Saquon Barkley is going to destroy this Philadelphia Eagles defense. He is the main wide receiver, the main running back, the main pass catcher, the main option of this Giants offense. I believe that he puts up a lot of points in this game just getting so much volume. Coming to number 6, we have Leonard Fournette going up against the Indianapolis Colts. Now, Leonard Fournette has been balling out of control. He is just the volume king, and volume is king in fantasy football. He gets so many goddamn touches every week. It is just about illegal. That's how many touches he's been getting up against these defenses. I believe he puts up a big spot this week up against the Indianapolis Colts. Coming in number 7, we have Derrick Henry going up against the Houston Texans. Now, I believe Derrick Henry will play in this game. Last week, they knew that they didn't necessarily need to beat the Saints, but this week they know they have to beat the Houston Texans in order to make the playoffs, and you better believe Derrick Henry, their best player, will be in the game. When the month is November, when the month is December, Derrick Henry just gets hot. When the weather gets cold, he gets hot, and Derrick Henry is going to run all over this Houston Texans defense. Coming in number 8, we have Nick Chubb going against the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I know last week you might be thinking, Nick, last week you told me Nick Chubb would be great, and he shit the bed. He got like 5 fucking PPR points. How are you this stupid? Well, the thing is, Nick Chubb just has not been scoring any touchdowns, but this week he gets the Cincinnati Bengals, a game that the Browns should easily be in, and a game that the Browns should easily win. I believe Nick Chubb puts up a big spot here against the Cincinnati Bengals. Coming in at number 8. Coming in at number 9, we have Miles Sanders, running back of the Philadelphia Eagles, going up against the New York Giants in the Meadowlands. Now, obviously, this game is the battle of both running backs from Penn State. Which one is better, Saquon or Miles Sanders? Obviously, the answer is Saquon, but Miles Sanders has been playing out of control. Last week, shout out to you, Miles Sanders, last week, for fucking every fantasy owner right in the ass. Miles Sanders should have scored that touchdown, but you know what he decided to do? He decided to pull a Todd Gurley from last year and just go and take a slide, take a knee, not score the touchdown because it helps the game. Fuck you, Miles Sanders. You would have put up an even bigger spot. I still love you, though. Shout out to you. Thank you for winning me my fantasy football championship. But Miles Sanders, I just want you to know that this is a great spot for you. Up against the Giants, this is a very easy game for him, and I love him this week, especially with the Philadelphia Eagles needing to win this game. Coming to number 10, we have Joseph Mixon going up against the Cleveland Browns. Now, last week, Joe Mixon had a stomach flu, some type of fucking, not the stomach flu, some stomach bug is what they called it, but the only bug was the fact that they told us he had that because he absolutely destroyed last week up against the Miami Dolphins. And this week he gets a defense that is also easy up against the Cleveland Browns. I believe Joe Mixon puts up a good spot here. Coming in number 11, we have Kenyon Drake going up against the LA Rams in LA. I love Kenyon Drake in this game. Kenyon Drake has been balling out of control and fucking all of them hoes, as Drake would say. He is on fire. Actually, Drake, and then Drake, the rapper. Both last name Drake. Even though I don't think, I think Drake's last name is Aubrey Graham. But with that said, Kenyon Drake is going to put up a huge spot here. He has been balling out of control, and as long as it seems like Kyler Murray may play, he is a game-time decision. Kenyon Drake should be able to eat. Cliff Kingsbury loves to run the ball with Kenyon Drake. Coming in number 12, we have Mr. Marlon Mack going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. I think that Marlon Mack has a great game this week. He has been getting a lot of touches recently, and I think that is obviously key to your success in fantasy football. Obviously, he returned from an injury a few weeks ago, and I was a bit worried, but now it seems that he is a very safe option this week up against a not-so-hot Jacksonville Jaguars defense. And now on to number 13, we have Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon last week may have done nothing. I mean, he really did do nothing. He had like 6 touches for 7 yards and 2 touchdowns. He scored those 2 touchdowns, so that's where his fantasy points came. This week, up against the Kansas City Chiefs, I like his matchup again. I believe that Melvin Gordon puts up a good game here, but if I'm being honest with you guys, and I'm always honest with you guys on this channel, I believe Austin Eckler for the Chargers is the safer play. Now on to 14 through 25, because I certifiably messed up the graphic over there. I forgot to put in Saquon Barkley and just, edged him in there, and then just didn't fix everything. It's week 17. It is a bit sloppy, but if you guys have enjoyed the video thus far, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. It would really mean a whole lot to me. Number 14, we got Todd Gurley going up against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, Todd Gurley has been on a roll. They have unchained him. He is getting the rock all the time, but I do worry that, I read that the Rams are going to be sitting their starters, and that might mean Todd Gurley may not play. But if Todd Gurley plays, you're going to fire him up here. This is a great matchup for him, but if he doesn't play, obviously, you let him ride the pine. So follow me on Twitter at NotoriousFNTSY. I will make sure to tweet that out, and I also live stream on Sunday mornings answering questions. Coming in number 15, we have Austin Eckler going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Like I said, I believe he is the safer option out of the LA Chargers running backs. I think this is a great matchup for him. I think he'll be catching a lot of passes and getting a lot of opportunity to run the ball. Obviously, whichever one ends up scoring the touchdown or multiple touchdowns is going to be the victor of the week. I just feel that Austin Eckler is a bit safer with all this PPR floor. Coming in number 16, we have Devontae Freeman going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I know you might be thinking, Nick, the Tampa Bay run defense is really good against the run. Their pass defense is terrible. Why do you have Devontae Freeman ranked at number 16, Nick? Are you fucking stupid? And the answer is yes, I may be a bit stupid, but Devontae Freeman is going to ball out up against this Tampa Bay Buccaneers run defense. They are going, if If The Atlanta Falcons they're just trying to win, okay? I'm being honest with you. They are going to try to win, and Devontae Freeman will catch the ball out of the backfield. He will get enough rushing opportunities to warrant being a big start in this game. When they get close to the goal line, they run the rock with Devontae Freeman. I believe he puts up a pretty good game coming in number 16. Now on to number 17, Phillip Lindsay, running back of the Denver Broncos, going up against the Oakland Raiders. And Phillip Lindsay last week kind of disappointed. The last couple of games he's been kind of disappointing. I've really been on him. Royce Freeman last week vultured his ass. This week, up against the Oakland Raiders, this is a very juicy matchup for Denver. I believe he gets a lot of opportunities catching the ball to ball out up against these Oakland Raiders. I like him at number 17. Coming at number 18, we have Le'Veon Bell going up against the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Now, the only thing that is going to be disappointing about this game is the fact that Adam Gase is a goddamn idiot. Le'Veon Bell is going to score you 10 points, and that's just a fucking lock. He's going to get you 10 points. I'm not sure how many more he's going to get you because this Jets offense hasn't looked very good the last couple of games. Coming in number 19, we have James White going up against the Miami Dolphins in Foxborough. I believe that James White has a great game here, but he is just the safest play ever in fantasy. That's why he's always ranked around here. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yes, I know how to count. That is where you put James White. He just scores 8, 10, 12 PPR points every single game. You're just happy about it. He just plays average, and that's why I got him ranked at number 19. Coming in number 20, we have DeAndre Washington going up against the Denver Broncos. Now, my humble opinion, I believe Josh Jacobs does not play. He had surgery on his leg this week. I believe it was to fix some type of infection. It's whatever. Sit his ass down. You don't need to play him. You play DeAndre Washington. You let Josh Jacobs be healthy for next year. And you see how good DeAndre Washington is. DeAndre Washington has been balling out of control when Josh Jacobs is out, putting up 2 great games. Obviously, 2 weeks ago, Josh Jacobs played. So last week, DeAndre Washington put up, I believe, 18 points. And the week before that, when he most recently actually played and started, when in the middle, Josh Jacobs played the game before that, it was a 20-point game from DeAndre Washington. So you know he can do it. You know he has the talent. And you know the Oakland Raiders love to give the ball to that running back. Coming in number 21, we have Raheem Mostert going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Raheem Mostert, he's just a fucking beast. He's been balling out of control the last couple of games. As long as the 49ers are running the rock, I believe Raheem Mostert will put up a pretty solid game this week. Coming in at number 22, we have Sony Michel going up against the Miami Dolphins. Now, I know I love James White, and I would prefer to have James White in PPR, but in standard, I think Sony Michel is actually a solid start this week. They may get up on Miami quick and early, and they may just run until the game ends, and Sony Michel in that situation would put up a pretty solid game. Coming in at number 23, we have Damian Williams going up against the LA Superchargers. Now, I have just about zero confidence in Damian Williams. Damian Williams hasn't done shit all year. I know. Nick, you know he's been injured for part of the year, and that obviously does not help his numbers. I know, but at the end of the day, I'm just going to judge how he's been playing. He hasn't really done shit in these games. This is a great matchup for Damian Williams. If you have the cojones, if you are feeling dangerous enough to play Damian Williams, go ahead. He definitely has some high upside in this game, but personally, I don't think I would do that. Coming in at number 24, we have Kareem Hunt going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, like I said, for Nicholas Chubb, this is a great matchup for the running back position. Kareem Hunt especially getting a lot of looks out as a wide receiver out wide, as well as getting a lot of dump-off passes. Kareem Hunt should have a nice game, a very safe game up against the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. Coming in at number 25, we have Adrian Beat, his son, Adrian Peterson, going up against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, AP has been going psycho the last couple of games. He has been balling out, playing very consistent for your fantasy team, and I like him as a very consistent play this week, a very safe play up against the Dallas Cowboys coming in number 25. Now on to 26 through 33. So if you guys have enjoyed the video thus far, please click that subscribe button down below. And if you are not new, you've been here for a while, click that like button. And if you're new, also click that like button. If you haven't enjoyed, click the dislike button. It's all gravy to me. I don't really care. As long as you show me if you liked it or not, that's what matters to me. Coming in at number 26, we have Tariq Cohen going up against the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Now, Tariq Cohen has been about okay. In PPR, he is a good start. In standard, you know, you don't want anything to do with Tariq Cohen. But in PPR, he should be an okay start this week up against the Minnesota Vikings. They may have to pass a lot in this game. Coming in at number 27, we have Rojo going up against the Atlanta Falcons. And Ronald Jones is just about as unsafe as it gets. It's like, I don't even know it. It's like wearing a condom and you stab it with fucking scissors a bunch of times before you use it, all right? Ronald Jones is going to have, he's either going to score or he's not, okay? If he scores in this game up against the Atlanta Falcons, you're happy. If he does what Ronald Jones does and gets clapped a bunch of times and doesn't do anything and Peyton Barber scores, then you're going to be pissed off. So start him at your own discretion. Obviously, this Atlanta Falcons defense is bad. This is a great matchup for him, but I personally would not trust it. Coming in at number 28, we have Devin Singletary going up against the New York Jets. Now, I like Devin Singletary in this matchup, but I am worried that the Bills are going to be sitting down a lot of their starters, especially if Josh Allen is sitting down. I'm not sure that Devin Singletary will get a lot of work in this game because they may fall behind and have to pass if Josh Allen is not in the game. Coming in at number 29, we have David Montgomery. Going up against the Minnesota Vikings. He's good for like 8 points. If you want 8 points, start David Montgomery. If you want something more, honestly, recently, he has not done shit. This Minnesota Vikings defense is beat up, so I think Tariq Cohen and David Montgomery have some nice upside, but I don't really trust him to put up like 20 points. That's why he's down here at number 29. Coming in at number 30, we have Gus Bus Edwards going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, Gus Bus Edwards, as the fantasy footballers like to call him, I love him this week. I like him this week. I think that the Baltimore Ravens scheme is so good that even with RG3 out there, even with some of the offensive line that's not going to be playing, Gus Edwards is just going to ball out, all right? He obviously isn't that safe at all because of the fact that he has just a backup team plan. But I would honestly feel a lot more confident starting him over Ronald Jones, Devin Singletary, or David Montgomery. I just think those guys have more upside. I do like Gus Edwards, though. Coming in at number 31, we have Carlos Hyde going up against the Tennessee Titans. Now, Carlos Hyde has had just about an okay season, getting like 8 points every fucking game. I know it's nothing to write home about, but obviously that's a top 32-ish guy because he's just been so safe. I think he does get the ball a decent amount in this game, but if Deshaun Watson doesn't end up playing in this game, Carlos Hyde is going to be a no-go for me. Coming in number 32, we have Mike Boone going up against the Chicago Bears now. Mike Boone. What the fuck, man? The Minnesota Vikings, I'm reading that they're going to sit their starters, okay? They're going to sit those motherfuckers down. Mike Boone is not a starter. Mike Boone last week took you and fucked you without Vaseline. He didn't use any Vaseline, and he went to town on your ass, and you are likely bleeding for the next couple of weeks. You are not going to be feeling good when you got to take a shit later, all right? Mike Boone isn't going to do shit in this game, guys, all right? Fuck you, Mike Boone. You screwed us all over. I do not believe in you. Coming in at number 33, we have Kerryon Johnson going up against the Green Bay Packers. Now, Kerryon Johnson is a pretty good play this week. I think he gets an uptick in touches. Last week, he only got 10 touches. I think he gets up to 15 or 20 in this game. I believe he is an okay start. He doesn't really have all that much upside because this Detroit Lions team is just so shit. So thank you guys all for watching this video. If at any point you ended up enjoying, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Click on one of the videos that is also on your screen as well. I love each and every single one of you guys. Check out OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description. I love you all. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.